Hello, dear TET candidates. Welcome back to my Grammar for Success channel. I'm Koresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In today's video, I'm going to explain the grammar questions given in the 2024 AP TET question paper. And I therefore request all of you to pay a very good attention to this video till the end without skipping it in the middle, so that you can have a very good understanding of the previous year's question paper. And I also request all of you to consider subscribing to my channel and also sharing this video with all your friends that are also going to take the TET examination very shortly. Thank you so much. Now let's get into the video. 61st question. Okay. Choose the correct negative form, okay, of the simple present tense for the pronoun we. So this is the question. So before we answer this question, let us first of all know about the simple present tense. What are its main features? Helping verbs nil, 1 point. No helping verbs are used in the simple present tense. That is the first point. And the second point here is the main verb used is a base form verb. Okay, a base form verb. So these two are called the main features of the simple present tense. Okay, and here the question is all about the negative form of the simple present tense. First of all, you know about the negative sentence. What is the negative sentence? A sentence having no or not is called a negative sentence. That means there must be used some not in the negative sentence. Okay, no or not must be there, right? And here this not says before me there must be used some helping verb. This not says before me there must be some helping verb, otherwise I don't stay in this sentence, it says. And that's why you have to use some helping verb here. Without the helping verb, this not cannot exist here. But here in the simple present tense, there are no helping verbs. What to do then? Then you have to borrow from outside some helping verbs. What are they? Do or does. You borrow do or does from outside. And do for first person singular and plural, and second person singular and third person plural. For these persons you use do as a helping verb, and for he, okay, she and it we use this does as a helping verb. For forming the negative statement for these persons, we therefore say do plus not. What is that? That becomes do not. Okay. For he, she, it, does plus not. Does not. Okay, that is that. So for these persons do not, for these persons does not. And therefore here in the question, what is the examiner asking you to do? He is asking you to show the negative form of this we in the simple present. So what is the negative form of we? For we use only do not. Okay, please keep these things in our mind and you can easily answer. Now look at the options given here. What is that? Here you pay attention. For we, what is the negative form? Don't we use, but not, does not, not, did not, not, isn't it. Therefore second, third, fourth options are eliminated. Only the first one is your answer. So this is how you have to answer. And if at all you can understand, if at all you have some idea about the simple present tense and about its negative form sentences, you can easily do this. Otherwise you cannot do this. Now hope you have understood these things. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Select the sentence in the simple present tense. So before you choose the correct option, you should remember its main features. What are the main features of the simple present tense? Helping verbs nil, main verb is the base form. Base form means the first form of the verb. You know that very well. And if you have these two things in your mind, you can easily choose the right option directly. Here you pay attention. She reads books regularly. So the very first one is the right option, because so the subject she is there, and here in the third person singular the verb always takes s, v plus s or es. Remember, in the third person singular the verb takes yes after it, or sometimes es after it. So yes or es is added to this verb in the third person singular. What is the third person singular? He, she, it is called the third person singular. So that is there. So she is in the third person singular. Therefore what is given here? Reads, not just read but reads. So person is correct, the verb is correct, and therefore these two are the main features of the simple present tense. She reads books regularly. So the very first one is the answer, okay? And you go to the second one, they will visit. Will and visit, these are not the features of the simple present. I am watching, am an ing form verb, these are not the features of the simple present. Have seen, we have seen that movie. So have and seen, these are not the features of the simple present tense. Therefore, the second one, third one and fourth one are absolutely wrong, and here only the first one is your answer. That is how you have to answer this question. And now let's move on to learn other questions. 63rd question is there. Choose the grammatically correct sentence from the following options. Okay, what is the grammatically correct sentence of the given options means? Let us look at the options first. I enjoyed in Ooty. So this is not a grammatically correct sentence. I enjoyed myself in Ooty. This is absolutely grammatically correct sentence. And I enjoyed myself off in Ooty. This is also not a correct sentence. This is also not a grammatically correct sentence. I enjoyed myself off into Ooty. This is also not a grammatically correct sentence. So here the first one, third one, fourth one are wrong, and only the second one is right. And here, why this is right and why these are wrong, that thing you have to learn from this question. Because if I simply say this is right and all others are wrong, if I say what fun is there in my teaching you these things, there's no meaning at all. Okay, that's why I must tell you the reason behind this this question. So here, this verb is there, enjoy is there. This is a transitive verb. What is this verb? Transitive verb. Transitive verb means what? A verb that takes an object after it. Tana pakkana object teeskune verbunu oka transitive verb ani antamu, right? So here this always takes an object after that. Okay, this is the nature of this verb. So it's a transitive verb, and here whenever this object is not there, you have to use a self pronoun. What is that? A self pronoun. You have to use a self pronoun to fill the gap of this object. Whenever an object is not used after this verb, you must use a self pronoun to fill the gap of this object. And therefore, you see here, I enjoyed is there. So to find out the object, what should we do? We have to ask the question what to this verb. I enjoyed what? The answer is not there. That means there is no object here. And to fill the gap of that object, you have also not used any self pronoun. So therefore, this is wrong. Okay, gone. And here you look at this second sentence. I enjoyed what? No object is given here. And to fill that gap of that object, here a self pronoun is used. So since the subject is I, myself is used. And he, himself. She, herself. They, themselves. You, yourselves, or yourself. So like that, according to the subject, you self pronoun. But here, since the subject is I, you have used myself. Okay, I enjoyed myself in Ooty. So therefore, this is absolutely correct. You go to the third one. I enjoyed. Okay, what? No object is given here. No answer, no object. So therefore, you have used a self pronoun. But unnecessarily, you have used this of the preposition, and therefore, this is wrong. And next, you go to the fourth sentence. What is that? I enjoyed myself off into Ooty. I enjoyed what? No object. Therefore, you have used myself. But unnecessarily, you have used two prepositions after this, off and into. This is not meaningful at all. And therefore, this sentence is also wrong. In this way, the first sentence is wrong. Third sentence and fourth sentence, these are all absolutely wrong. Only the first one is the right sentence. Therefore, your answer is the second one. The answer is, therefore, the answer is the second one. So this is how you have to understand a question and how you have to answer the questions. Okay, you go to the next question. What is that? 64th one. Choose the discourse marker that can be used to elaborate something. So here he is asking you to choose that discourse marker that is used to elaborate something. So discourse marker means marker used in the discourse. Discourse means conversation. So generally a phrase or a word used during the conversation is called a discourse marker. So here What is that discourse marker that is used to elaborate something means? Here you look at the options. In other words, so this is the very first one is your answer. In other words, so this discourse marker is used to elaborate something. You have already said something about something and still you are saying, in other words, వేరే మాటల్లో చెప్పాలంటే already you have said something. And in order to make that much clearer, more elaborate, here the speaker says, in other words, అదంతా చెప్పేదాకా చెప్పి ఇప్పుడేమంటున్నాడు ఇంకా వేరే మాటల్లో చెప్పాలంటే అంటే అర్థమైంది ఈస్ ట్రైంగ్ టు ఎలాబరేట్ దట్ మ్యాటర్. సో దట్స్ వై అండ్ దిస్ ఈస్ ద డిస్కోర్స్ మార్కర్ దట్ కెన్ బి యూజ్డ్ టు ఎలాబరేట్ సంథింగ్ అండ్ నాట్ దిస్ హౌఎవర్ నాట్ ఆన్ ద కాంట్రరీ నాట్ ఐ అగ్రీ. సో these three are wrong, only the first one is your answer. Okay, now you move on to other questions. 65th question, choose the punctuation mark which is used to join two independent clauses without a conjunction. Generally we join two independent clauses with a conjunction. Okay, so here I'll give you one example and thereafter let us look at the options. Here is he sells apples. Okay, he sells apples. She sells oranges. Okay, these are the two sentences. He sells apples, this is one simple sentence. She sells oranges, this is another simple sentence. This is a complete simple sentence. This is a complete simple sentence, no doubt about that. Now you can join them together with a conjunction first. Okay, he sells apples. Okay, and we are joining these two statements with and. She sells oranges. Okay, oranges. So here he sells apples and she sells. So in this way we have brought these two separate simple sentences into one single sentence. Now it is one single sentence with the help of this conjunction and. And is a coordinating conjunction. So now what happens now? This is called an independent clause. Now this is also called an independent clause. This is not depending on this and this is also not depending on this. Therefore, they are called independent clauses. Earlier, they are called sentences. Now they are being called independent clauses. ఇంతకుముందు what sentences are now. When they are brought into some pattern, now they are being called clauses. మామూలుగా ఉంటే sentences. ఒక pattern లోకి వాటిని తీసుకొచ్చినప్పుడు they are called clauses. They are called clauses, right? So here, and moreover, what kind of clause? Independent. This clause is not depending on this. This clause is not depending on this. Therefore, they are called independent clauses. Now, hope you have understood what the independent clauses are. Now, you can join these two separate sentences even with some punctuation mark. Let us look at that. What is that? He sells apples, semicolon. She sells oranges, semicolon. So when there is a big list now, you have to separate the independent clauses with a semicolon. Of course, only two. She sells apples, she sells oranges, they sell vegetables, we sell milk. When there is a big list now, to separate all these independent clauses, we use only the semicolon. We are not using any conjunction. So here, let us look at the options given. What is that? The very first one is your answer, semicolon. Not the apostrophe, not the quotation marks, not the question mark. So this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Only the first one is your answer. Hope you are following me. Right. Now let's move on to the next question. 66th question. What is the 66th question? The correct sequence of the words in which they appear in the dictionary. So he is asking you to keep the given words in the order in which they occur in the dictionary. In the dictionary, what happens? All the words are listed in the alphabetical order. So here also we are expected to do with the words given here. What are the words given here? Let us look at them. A, person. B, place. C, people. D, please. So here, if you look at these words, you understand two things. What is that? This word is beginning with the PE. Again, this word is also beginning with the PE. Here, this word is beginning with the PL. This word is also beginning with the PL. So, which comes first? PE comes first or PL comes first? Okay, PE only comes first. Therefore, we have to take these two words together, and now there is a tie between these two words, and PL. So these words come together and there is a tie between these two. So how to solve this tie? Let us see that. So here after PE, what is there here? R is there. Okay, what is PE? What is there? R is there. So whether R comes first or O comes first? Only O comes first. Therefore, this is the first word and this is the second word. Are you following me? Right. And in this way, the tie between these two words is solved. Now, this word in the dictionary comes first, then this word comes, then what about these words? So here, place, people, please are there. There is a tie between these two words. So here, after PL, what is here? A is there. After PL, what letter is there? E is there. Which comes first? Whether A comes first or E comes first? A comes first. Therefore, this comes, this is the third word and this is the fourth word. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the order in which the words are listed in the dictionary. Okay, so let us look at the options. Okay, answer options. Let us look at the options here. Okay, first one is C. One means C. C means where? No, this is there. And what is the second one? A, that is there. What is the third one? B. Okay, it is there. What is the fourth one? D is there. So C, A, B, D. So the first option is your answer and all other options are incorrect. Okay, all other options are wrong. Only the first one is the right one. In the dictionary, and you find these words in this order. Okay, first people, then person, then place, then please. So this is the order of these words in the dictionary. So this is how you have to arrange the words given in the examination. It will take just a few seconds of time, half a minute time, not more than that. You can just look at that and you can keep them in an order, right? So whenever there is generally nowadays what is happening, he is giving a tie between the words, PE, PE. These two words are beginning with PE and these two words are beginning with PL. So there is a tie between these two. There is a tie between these two. So how to decide whether this set comes first, this set comes means? So you see, go to the next letter. Then you can decide. PE comes first or PL comes first. PE only comes first. Therefore, this tie should be solved first. And afterwards, this tie you have to solve. And you have to give in the numbers. Okay. And you arrange them in an order. And then your answer will be the correct one. Now you move on to learn other questions. Okay. 67th question. Choose the linker which implies contrast. So he is asking you to choose the linker that indicates the contrast. Contrast means opposition. Okay, opposition. So here, what are the options given? Let us see that. Furthermore, no. Moreover, no. Nevertheless, yes. Additionally, no. So here, furthermore, moreover, additionally, all they mean one and the same almost. Additionally, extra. And therefore, the first one, second one, fourth one are eliminated. Only the third one is the right option. So here, how it indicates contrast means, here you pay attention. I'll give you an example. She worked hard. She worked hard. Nevertheless, she failed. She worked hard. ఆమె కష్టపడి చదివింది. Nevertheless, అయినప్పటికీ she failed. ఆమె fail అయ్యింది. So here this clause is opposite to this clause. This clause is opposite to this clause. And in this way, these two clauses are opposite to each other. And this opposition is indicated by this conjunction nevertheless. Therefore, opposition or contrast, whatever you can say. Therefore, your answer is going to be the third one, right? And now you move on to the next question. What is that? 68th one. Identify the compound sentence. Compound sentence. He's asking you to find out the compound sentence. Every time you are being given one question on these sentences. Simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences. You know very well. Simple sentences means the sentences in which there are neither coordinating conjunctions nor subordinating conjunctions. Just plain sentences are called simple sentence, that you know very well. And here compound sentences means the sentences joined by the coordinating conjunctions. What are the complex sentences? The sentences joined by the subordinating conjunctions. So here he is asking you to identify the compound sentence. In order to do that, what should we know? We should remember the coordinating conjunctions, because the compound sentences are formed only with the coordinating conjunctions. Then what are the coordinating conjunctions? Here I am giving a list once again for your convenience. Here you pay attention. Here, what is that? And, okay, as well as, both, and, not only, but also. This is one set of coordinating conjunction. Second one, but, yet, still, however, nevertheless, whereas. These are another set of coordinating conjunctions. Next, are, nor, either or, neither nor, or else, otherwise. These are another set of coordinating conjunctions. And the last one is for. So, for means Indukanaga. We respect him a lot. For, he is a noble man. For means, it's not a preposition. It's a conjunction. When it is a conjunction, it means Endukanaga. We respect him very much, for he is a noble man, he is a gentleman, he is a great man, whatever. So here, for, so mean Anduvalla, you know that way. So these are all what coordinating conjunctions, and if you can keep all these conjunctions in your mind, you can easily identify a compound sentence, because the compound sentences are formed only with these coordinating conjunctions. If at all there is any one of these conjunctions, what is that? That is called a compound sentence. Come on, let us look at the options given now. I went to the shore, but. So only outright you can say this is the compound sentence, that's all. And here you go to other sentences. After is a subordinating conjunction that forms a complex sentence. Therefore, this is not the right one. She cooked dinner while is there. While is a subordinating conjunction. It forms a complex sentence. Therefore, this is also not the correct one. The book is on the shelf where it belongs. So here, this where is there. It is also a subordinating conjunction. It forms a complex sentence. So therefore, second one, third one, fourth one are complex sentences. Only this one is the compound sentence. Therefore, your answer is only the first one. Hope you understand this very well and keep these conjunctions in your mind. Now, let's move on to other questions. And the 69th question, one of the following is not an interjection. One of the following is not an interjection. So the question is like that. Before you look at the options and choose the correct one, you first of all try to understand what an interjection is. What is an interjection? An interjection is a word which expresses some sudden strong feeling like joy, sorrow, grief, pain, surprise, fear, etc. These are all strong feelings. Another important point about interjection is, always they are followed by an exclamatory mark. Okay, they are followed by an exclamatory mark. That's a punctuation mark. Okay, here now you have understood all about interjection. Now let us look at the options to choose the correct one. Here you pattern. Wow! Exclamatory mark. Okay, it is an interjection. Hooray! It is an interjection. So that's not correct. So it is also not the right one. It's an interjection. So first one, second one, fourth one are interjections. But what is the question? Not an interjection. So these are the interjections, therefore they are not your answer choices. Only the third one is not an interjection, and therefore your answer choice is the third one. Okay, this is only not an interjection. He is asking you to find out a word that is not an interjection. Interjection kanidi emti ante, this is only that word. So therefore your answer choice is what? Third one. Right. You go to the next question, 70th one, and identify the type of pronoun in the sentence, this book is mine. So he is asking you to find out the type of that pronoun, mine, very well. And here let us look at the options. Personal pronouns, no, because it's not a personal pronoun. What are the personal pronouns? Let me give you a list of them here. I, we, you, he, she, it, they. These are called the personal pronouns. And therefore, mine is not a personal pronoun. Okay. Possessive pronoun. Yes, this is a possessive pronoun. Okay, right. And it's not a relative pronoun. It is not an interrogative pronoun. It is only a possessive pronoun. How? Why means because from I, the pronoun, this possessive pronoun has come out. What is that? From I, the personal pronoun, there are other forms also. Me is there. From I, the objective case is me is born. From me, my is born. From my, mine is born. From mine, myself is born. So that means these are the children of this I. ఇవన్నీ ఐ నుండి పుట్టిన పిల్లలు. I is a personal pronoun. From this, this me was born, and this is called an objective case pronoun. So mine, my and mine, these are called possessive case pronouns, and this is called a self pronoun. So here he is asking you to identify this word mine. What is this? It is what? A possessive case pronoun. My na yokka, mine nadi. What are they indicating? They are indicating some possession. It is my scooty. The scooty is mine. అది నా యొక్క స్కూటీ అన్నా, ఆ స్కూటీ నాది అన్నా, ఎనీ డిఫరెన్స్ ఇన్ ద సెంటెన్సెస్? నో. ఓకే, సో హియర్ మై, మైన్, దీస్ ఆర్ ద టూ పొసెసివ్ కేస్ ప్రొనౌన్స్. సో హియర్ దిస్ మైన్ ఈజ్ ఎ పొసెసివ్ కేస్ ప్రొనౌన్ అండ్ ఆల్ అదర్ ఆన్సర్స్ ఆర్ రాంగ్. ఓన్లీ ద సెకండ్ వన్ ఈజ్ యువర్ ఆన్సర్. నౌ లెట్స్ మూవ్ ఆన్ టు అదర్ క్వశ్చన్స్. 71st question. Choose the meaning of the phrasal verb to take after. Choose the meaning of the phrasal verb take after. What is meant by take after? So it's a very beautiful phrasal verb. Let us look at the options given here. What are the options given? To dislike someone? No. To avoid someone? No. To resemble or inherit traits from a family? Yes. To argue with someone? No. So first one, second one, fourth one are wrong, and this doesn't convey this meaning. It conveys only this meaning. To resemble, poli unduta. How is Sheila? Sheila takes after her mother, means Sheila resembles her mother. Sheila valamalaga untundi. Mohan takes after his father. That means Mohan resembles his father. Mohan vala naanalaga untadu. So something you happen to use in your everyday life. So please make use of this word extensively, because మీ కొడుకు అచ్చం నీలాగానే ఉండని చెప్పాలి. What should you say in English? He takes after you. That means he resembles you. So something like that. You go to the next question. Choose the type of sentence that expresses strong emotion. What kind of sentence will express strong emotion? If you know the kinds of sentences, you can easily choose the correct option, correct answer. Okay, and here you pay attention. What are the options given? Declarative sentence? No. Exclamatory sentence? Yes. Imperative sentence? No. Interrogative sentence? No. So all first one, third one, fourth one are wrong. Only the exclamatory sentences will express strong emotions. You know very well. Broadly speaking, there are 4 kinds of sentences in the English language. Okay, declarative sentences or assertive sentences. Interrogative sentences or questions. Third one is imperative sentences. Fourth one is exclamatory sentences. You know very well, declarative or assertive sentences means the ordinary sentences. Okay. Interrogative sentences means questions, ordinary questions, WH questions. Imperative sentences means the sentences that contain orders, requests, warnings, commands, suggestions, instructions, etc., etc. are called imperative sentences. Then what are the exclamatory sentences? Means the sentences that contain what? Some sudden strong feeling like joy, sorrow, grief, pain, okay, surprise, fear, what not. These are many strong feelings are there. So any sentence that expresses that kind of sudden strong feeling is called an exclamatory sentence, and every exclamatory sentence is followed by an exclamatory mark. And another important feature of the exclamatory sentences is they generally begin with what or how. They generally begin with what or how. Exclamatory mark is, what a fool Mohan is. Mohan gaadu inta telivi takkodra. See, you are expressing a sudden strong feeling. What a fool Mohan is. What? How foolish Mohan is. So here the exclamatory sentences are formed either with what or how, and they are followed by an exclamatory mark. Remember this. So additional information is being given for each and every question generally. Wherever necessary, I am giving additional information also. Please keep this additional information in your mind. That will be of great help for your other examinations. Right. Now let's move on to other questions. 73rd question. I will have a cup of tea, my father said. Okay. So on looking at this sentence, we can say this is given in the direct speech, and you are going to be asked to give the indirect speech of that sentence. Very clear? So here, what is the examiner asking you to do? Choose the correct indirect speech for the sentence above. Okay. Before we choose the answer from the given options, let us change this sentence into indirect speech on our own first of all. Okay. Let us do it. So here, my father said means, so you say, my father said. Okay. This said is called the reporting verb, and this is called the direct speech. Whatever the sentence that is put in the inverted commas is called the direct speech, and this is called the reporting verb. Okay, right. My father said, it won't change. Okay, and now to connect this reporting verb and this direct speech, we have to use the connecting word that. My father said that. Okay. After that, we have to change this direct speech into indirect speech. What is that? I will have. I is there. Who is it referring to? It is referring to this father. Who is it referring to? I is referring to this father. And father is the third person. Therefore, you say he. When that is the case, my father. When my father is turned into I, that becomes he. When my father is turned into I, who is this I? My father only. So when my father is turned into I, that becomes a he. And here will is there. Will is always turned into would, because you know one rule. What is that? All the present tenses of the direct speech must be changed into the relevant past tenses in the indirect speech. There is a rule. I have made four videos on this direct and indirect speech. Please, why don't you watch all of them? Why don't you support me? Why don't you encourage me? Why don't you take benefit out of those videos? Please think of that. If you just click on my channel name, that will take you into the world of my videos. More than 160 wonderful videos are made for you. Please watch all of them, benefit from them, and get success in your examinations. So that's why, for your purpose only, I have prepared all of them. Okay, try to understand my motive. My life is committed to the service of the students and text takers like you. Okay, and here you pay attention. Will is turned into would. When you change this helping verb, helping verb, you don't have to change this main verb. So here will is the helping verb. Will is changed into would. Now you don't need to change this main verb, that is have. Have will be as it is. He would have. Okay, a cup of tea. Because have is what? Have is not a helping verb. Have is a main verb. Have is a helping verb. Have is a main verb. Okay, yes, right. My father said that he would have a cup of tea. This is the indirect speech of this given sentence. Now let us look at the options given. My father said that he had a cup of tea. No. First one is wrong. My father said that he will have a cup of tea. No. My father said that he would have a cup of tea. Third one is the right one. My father said that he will have. No. So here, first one, second one, fourth one are wrong. Only the third one is the right one. So that is only your answer. Right. And you go to the next question. Everyone dash finished reading a fairy tale. Choose the correct verb that fits the blank. So here everyone dash. So some blank is given after this subject. So what should we use in this blank? Already the main verb is given, means there must be used some helping verb. He is asking you to choose the helping verb. So what is the helping verb to be used in this blank means? Let us look at the options given. And here has, the very first one is the right one. Have is wrong, was is wrong, have been is wrong, because this everyone is the singular subject. Prati okkadu. Okkadu means singular. So therefore in the English language there is a standard rule, a standing rule. What is that? Beside the singular subject there must be used only a singular helping verb or a singular main verb. Beside the plural subject, there must be used either as a plural verb or plural helping verb. Okay, it is the rule throughout the English language. Throughout the English language, that's the rule. So here, so everyone is the singular subject. Therefore, it takes has. Have is the plural helping verb. Have been is the plural helping verb. They are outright gone. So here was is not at all used here, because was finished you don't say. So only this one is the singular one. So everyone has finished reading a fairy tale. So the first one is your answer. All others are wrong. Now let's move on to other questions. 75th question. Art of writing for newspapers and magazines. Okay, that is the statement given, and here choose one word substitution for the expression above. So what is the one word substitution for that? Means art of writing for newspapers. What is it called? Okay, writing articles for newspapers and magazines. So that is called, here look at the options: literature no, journalism yes, biography no, artistry no. So only the second option is the right option. So writing articles for newspapers and magazines is called journalism. You know that. You go to the 76th question, right? Choose the correctly spelled word. So every time this kind of question is being given, so be on the alert. So only one important thing you have to remember here, whatever may be the word given in the examination, whenever you want to give the correct spelling of any word, you must cut that word into syllables. Syllables means sounds. Then only you will be able to give the spelling of that particular word correctly. Okay, and that will be 99% correct spelling you can give. Right, and here you look at the word given. Magnificent. So when you look at these words, you understand that this word is all about magnificent. What is that word? Magnificent. So now you have understood, after learning that this word is all about magnificent. Don't look at this again, and you take the piece of paper, and on the piece of paper you write the word on your own. So cut the word into syllables and then write the spelling. So mag. How do you cut the word? Mag. Ni. N-I, ni. Always N-I, ni. F-I, fi. D-I-D. K-I, ki. Something like that. Gunitam. So, mag, ni, fi, cent. Cent is always like that. Yeah, C-Ent is cent. So, when you combine all these syllables, what happens? Magnificent. Magnificent is the correct spelling of that word. So, where is that correct spelling? You see, magnificent. See, C-I is there. That's why this is wrong. Magnificent. F-E is there. Wrong. Magnificent is there. Wrong. N-E is there. Here you see that. N-I is not there. N-E. So this is wrong. So here look at the fourth one. Magnificent. So the fourth one is the right one. So your answer is the fourth one. Now we go to other questions. 77th question. On the Monday following Mama's birthday, 7 went alone with her to the clinic. So this is some statement given, and what is the examiner asking you to do? Choose the synonym of the word alone. So here he is asking you to give the synonym. Synonym means what? Words having an identical meaning. Not the same meaning, please. Identical. Dadapu oke ardhamuniche maatalani synonyms antar. Dadapuga. Right. Keep that point in your mind, and sometime I'll explain all about these synonyms and all that. So choose the synonym of the word alone. Alone means what? Ontariga. That is the meaning of this synonym. If you can understand the meaning of that, automatically you can choose the synonym of that. Alone means ontariga. And what word? Look at the options now, and you choose that word that also gives this meaning. Okay, here you pay attention. Lonely, the very first one is the right one. Lonely means ontariga. Independently wrong, together wrong, isolated wrong. So your answer is the first option, lonely. So right, and you go to the 78th question. What is that? Can't you recall anything someone else was also in Ranchi at that time? So some statement is given here, and what is the examiner asking you to do? Choose the antonym. Antonym means what? The opposite word of what? Of the word recall. Recall means to bring to the mind, to recollect, to remember. So if you know the meaning of this, the opposite of that you can easily guess and choose the right one. జ్ఞాపకం తెచ్చుకోవడానికి, స్ఫురణకు తెచ్చుకోవడానికి, గుర్తు తెచ్చుకోవడానికి opposite. What will be the opposite of that? మర్చిపోవడం. So that is there. So let us look at the options now. Okay. The very first one is the answer. Forget is there. Recall means opposite of recall is forget. Remember, reminisce, recollect. All these words give you only identical meaning like remember or recollect. Vitannit ardham gurtu techukonuta ani ardham. So only this one is the forget one. So your answer is the first one. You move on to the other questions. 79th question. English is described as the language of socialization only? No. Local schools of all states in India? No. Socialization, civilization and modernization? Yes. Transportation? No. So first one, second one, fourth one are wrong. Only the third one is the right one. Okay. You go to the next question, 80th one. The following are the chief linguists who advocated SOS approach. It's a teaching approach, Okay, right. And here, who are the chief linguists? Linguists means the persons who are good at languages, okay, who are expert in languages are called linguists, okay. And SOS means was structural or oral situational approach. SOS approach means structural oral situational approach. That is called the language approach. And who are the propounders of this approach? So here the question is like C.J. Dodson and James Asher. This is not the right one. C.J. Dodson, you know very well. That was the propounder of what? The bilingual method, right? And C.J. Dodson and Jane Austen. Now, A.S. Hornby and Harold Palmer. These are only the linguists who advocated this approach. These are only the linguists who advocated this approach, okay, teaching approach. And H.D. Thomas and C.J. Dodson, no. So first one, second one, fourth one are wrong, and third one is only your answer, right? And now we move on to other questions. 81st question. The following are considered as structural words. Structure words or structural words. Okay, what are they? Here you pay attention. And nouns, they are not structure words. They are verbs, they are not structure words. Adjectives, not structure words. And articles, this is only there. So once again, for your convenience, for your benefit, I would like to mention the kinds of words on the board. You know very well, of all the English language, there are only two kinds of words. Structure words or structural words. Content words. Okay, here you pay attention. Structure words. Okay. And content words. Okay. I'm giving you a list of these words very briefly. Please have a look at them and keep this point in your mind. What are the structure words? Articles. A and the. These are called the articles. They are the structure words. Okay, then comes what? Pronouns. Okay, I, we, you, they, he, she, it, they are all called pronouns. Okay, then comes what? Helping verbs. Helping verbs. Helping verbs, am, is, are, was, were, have, has, had, do, does, did, shall, should, will, would. These are all helping verbs. And then prepositions. Prepositions. What are the prepositions? In, on, at, by, with, from, to, under, all these things are prepositions. And conjunctions. Okay, conjunctions. And, but, still, at, or else, after, before, till, until, all these are conjunctions, you know. So these are all, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 kinds of words are called structure words. Keep these words in your mind. And here content words are there. What are the content words? Nouns are the content words. Okay, and adjectives are the content words. Verbs are the content words. And here adverbs are the content words. There are 4 in number. Keep these content words in your mind. Structure words or structural words in your mind. So then only you can answer these questions easily. Every time one question is being asked on the kinds of words, you are given a brief idea about these words. And I have made a special video on the kinds of words. Okay, please watch that video if time permits you. Right. And now let's move on to the next question. The following is not a sub-skill. That's very important. A sub-skill of micro teaching. What is that not? See, reinforcement, a sub-skill. Describing, a sub-skill. Stimulus variation, sub-skill. So these are not the right ones here. It's not a sub-skill. What is not a sub-skill? Homework is not a sub-skill. Therefore, your answer is the fourth one. Fourth option is your answer. Right. Now, let's move on to other questions. 83rd one. Read the following passage. See, 83rd question and also 84th question are based on the passage. Okay, so here one passage is going to be given for you. You have to read that passage and answer these 2 questions, 83rd one, 84th one. So I shall read this passage on behalf of you for your thing. Okay, for you I would like to read this passage. Please listen to me very carefully. So the forest was alive. The forest was alive means the forest is buzzing with what? The symphony of nature. Symphony means, you know, music. Okay, nature. So in nature you can find all kinds of music. The birds will be chirping. Okay, and the insects will be making some noise. Okay, and the animals will be crying. So the cries of the animals, the sound of the reptiles, insects, birds, all these called the music of nature. And the wind will be blowing through the trees, you know, it will be giving some kind of sound, buzzing sound, something like that. So this is, you know, the symphony of nature. So here the forest was buzzing with the music of nature, as the bird songs, as a bird song filled the air. So you can find the bird songs. Bird songs means all the birds are making some kind of sound. That is called the cacophony of the birds. So anni pakshulu kilakila ravalu chestu unnai. So that has filled the air, and leaves rustled in the gentle breeze. So in the gentle breeze, what is that? Gentle breeze means in the little wind, the leaves are, you can say, making some kind of noise. Even the dry leaves are also making some kind of noise, because that is the forest, right? And here shafts of sunlight, beams of sunlight filtered through the dense canopy. Canopy means a big cloth, a big cloth that filters, just like an umbrella, the cloth is there. It's a big cloth. So that will filter the sun rays, okay, right? And dappling the forest floor with golden. And that sunlight is flowing through the trees, and it is making the floor of the forest colorful. Filling it with colors, రకరకాల రంగులతో ఆ అడవి యొక్క భూమి అంతా కూడా రంగులతో నింపి వేస్తూ ఉంది. Something like this, all description. Squirrels scampered along tree branches, and the squirrels are jumping from one branch to another branch, and they are climbing up and going down and doing all kinds of things. You know very well about the squirrels. And here rabbits darted through the undergrowth. And what are the rabbits doing? They are jumping from one bush to another bush. So here undergrowth means bushes, right? And here in this tranquil haven, in this peaceful spot, or in this peaceful forest or place, okay, every rustle, every chirp spoke of the harmony of the wilderness. Wilderness means again forest. So here the rustling of the leaves and the chirping of the birds, all these two things are, what are they doing? They are contributing to the peaceful atmosphere of that forest, the tranquil atmosphere of that forest. Okay, so this is a small paragraph. It's all a kind of description. And now what is the question posed on this passage? Let us look at that. And here you pay attention. Select the correct statement. Every time he is asking you to choose the correct statement. If you can understand this thoroughly well, you can choose the correct statement from the given 4 options. So what are the options given here? The forest was silent. Oh my God, it is alive with a symphony. It was buzzing with the music of nature. So how can you say the forest was silent? So you need not read the remaining sentence. Therefore it is wrong. You cannot say the forest was silent. No. Therefore this is wrong. Sunlight shone brightly, making the forest floor colorful. Yes, this is correct. Sunlight filtered through the dense canopy, dappling. This means filling the forest floor with colors, round circle colors. Circle lights will fall there, because the sunlight is flowing through the tree leaves and all that. You can, on the floor, you can find some round color patches you can find. So that's called, dappling. Okay, and here sunlight shone brightly, making the forest floor colorful. This is the correct statement. Rabbits were flying through the air. Oh my God, will the rabbits fly through the air? No, that's why this is wrong. Birds were absent. No. Are the birds absent in this forest? No. So here the first one, third one, fourth one are absolutely wrong. Only the second statement is the right statement, and it is only our answer. Now we move on to the next question based on this passage. 84th question is there. Choose the correct statement based on the passage. What is that? So squirrels were swimming in a nearby river. Oh my God, will the squirrels swim in the river? No, it's not there. The forest was devoid of any sunlight. No. Is there no sunlight in the forest? No. That's why this is wrong. Leaves were falling from the trees, creating a carpet of green on the forest floor. No. Leaves are not falling. Of course, the leaves are there. And they are making some kind of rustling sound, galagala shabdam, something like that. And here, the fourth one is there. Every sound in the forest contributed to its peaceful ambience. The fourth one is the right one. The chirping of the birds, the rustling of the leaves, all these are contributing to the peaceful atmosphere of that forest, beautiful forest. So, therefore, this fourth one is your correct statement. And we move on to other questions now. 85th one. In bilingual method, difficult words are better translated into mother tongue. Okay, why are the difficult words translated into the local language or mother tongue? Means in the bilingual method. So why? To confuse the learners? No. To make learners happy? No. To save time? Yes. To develop a foreign language? No. So only to save time in the bilingual method, difficult words are translated into the local language. Whatever may be the local language, In our Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Telugu is our local language or mother tongue. In Kannada, in Kerala, in Karnataka, in Tamil Nadu, in northern India. So according to the mother tongue, the words are translated into their mother tongue. Okay. Difficult words are translated into their mother tongue. So only why? Only to save time, right? And you go to the next question. What is that? 86th one. Silence is used as a tool in the following method. What is that method? Here you pay attention. The silent way, not ways please. The sign. This is one beautiful method. This is only your answer. And here silence is used in this method of teaching. Therefore, the name of this method itself is the silent way. And you know very well, it was propounded by Caleb Gettegno in the 1960s and so. And here in this, only silence will be there. The students will be learning things on their own. And the teachers will be there in the classroom only as facilitators. Only as facilitators, okay, and they will only help the students as and when the students require the help of the teachers. Until then, the teachers don't meddle with them, don't interfere in their activities. The children will be learning the things on their own. So that is why this method is called the silent way method. It was introduced by Caleb Gettegno, right? You know that very well. And bilingual method, no. Direct method, no. Communication method, no. So these are all wrong. Only the first one is your answer. And now you go to the other questions. 87th one. He is dash town for a few days. So some blank is given. What to be used in that blank? Now let us look at the options. Okay, correct option. What are the options given here? Off of. Okay, these are off. It's ungrammatical. Off ungrammatical. Into of ungrammatical. So when these ungrammatical things are eliminated, only one is left. What is that? Out of. This is only the correct one. He is out of town for a few days. He's out of town for a few days means he is not in the town. Where is Mohan? Sir, he is out of town, sir. Out of town means urlo late, sir. Ekkado unnadu. He is elsewhere. So that is the meaning. So this is only the right option. All others are wrong. Okay. And you go to the next question. 88th one. Noun clauses can function. You know, very simple question is, I think, as a nouns within sentence. This first one itself is the right one because noun clauses work or function in the sentences only as nouns. Noun clauses, nouns laga panjayipothe inkela panjestayi. Not as adjectives, not as pronouns, not as linkers. Therefore, second, third, fourth are wrong. Only the first one is the right one. Now we go to other questions. Last set of questions. You needn't worry about it. So this is the statement given. And what is the examiner asking you to do? In the above sentence, needn't is used to express what? Let us look at the options. Possibility, no. Negation of necessity, yes. Conditional possibility, no. Polite request, no. So first one, third one, fourth one are wrong. Only the second one is the right one. It is because needn't is the negative form of necessity. So I'll give you one example to make you understand this. You see, you need to fill out this form. You need to fill out this form. మీరు ఈ ఫామ్ను నింపాల్సి ఉంటుంది. ఇట్స్ యువర్ నెసెసిటీ. If you want to enter the examination hall, you need to fill out this form. If you want to enter the examination hall, or if you want to enter some interview or something like that. So here need indicates what? Necessity. Okay, need always indicates necessity. The negative of necessity is not. So here you say you needn't. You need not or short form needn't. Okay, let me give you that one also. You need it. You need not or needn't. But here after this need you use the to infinitive, but after needn't you only use the plain infinitive. You needn't fill out, okay, this form. You needn't fill out this form. You needn't fill out this form. You need not fill out this form. Ee form fill out cheyalsina avasaram ledu, nimpalsina avasaram ledu. So here this is the negation of necessity. అవసరం యొక్క నెగటివ్ ఫామే నీడింట్. నీడ్ పాజిటివ్ నెసెసిటీ, నీడింట్ నెగటివ్ నెసెసిటీ. Very simple. So here negation of necessity. Therefore your answer is the second one. Now let's go to the last question. Remember, after need we use the to infinitive. After needn't we use only the plain infinitive. because it is like that. This is the main verb, this is what? A helping verb. That's the reason. So if time permits me, after some time now, I'll be teaching you about the modal auxiliaries. At the time of teaching you about the modal auxiliaries, I can teach you all about them very easily, very interesting. Okay, right. And what is the 90th question? One of the following is not a use of the indefinite articles. Identify it. What is not the use of the indefinite articles? You know the indefinite articles a and an. These two are called indefinite articles. What is not the use of these two articles means? Here, let us look at the option. Introducing a singular common noun. So the first one is the use of the indefinite articles. Therefore, so it is the use. Okay, it's right. Referring to specific groups. No, this is not the use of this indefinite articles. And quantities of one, it's the use of articles, indefinite articles. Before the singular, it is also the use of the indefinite articles. So here, the first one, third one, fourth one, these three are the uses of the indefinite articles. Only the second one is not the use of the indefinite articles. And therefore what? This is going to be your answer. The first one, third one, fourth one are the uses of the indefinite articles, whereas the second one is not the use of the indefinite articles. Right. With this, this video comes to an end. Right. Hello, dear TET candidates. Thank you so much for watching this wonderful video. With another beautiful video, I shall be back to you. Until then, bye. See you, all of you.